Picture a person sitting calmly in the middle of a storm. Around him, chaos reigns, roofs torn by wind, rain lashes the earth, lightning rips through the sky. Yet, he remains composed. He doesn't hide, doesn't scream, doesn't run. He simply sits. His face is serene, his gaze unwavering. Because the storm isn't within him, it's outside. And that is the essence of Stoicism. All of us long for inner peace. We all desire a mind that cannot be shaken by betrayal, injustice, criticism, lies, or loss. But how can one reach this state? How can you become that person who remains steady amid any turmoil? The Stoic answer is as simple as nature itself. Stop trying to control what lies beyond your power. You get angry when someone breaks a promise. You feel upset when the world doesn't match your expectations. You suffer when reality doesn't align with your desires. But all this is like fighting the wind. You're draining your energy, your time, your life, over things that were never in your hands to begin with. Stoics taught us to distinguish clearly between what is within our control and what is not. This is the key. This is the foundation. If you truly internalize this, not just understand it intellectually, but feel it in every fiber of your being, you become free. Not in a poetic way, but literally. You stop being a slave to events, to others' actions, to randomness. So what do you control? Your thoughts, your actions, your judgments, everything else, external. People will lie. They'll forget. They'll betray. They'll act selfishly. Weather will change. Money will come and go. Your body will age. You can get mad at all that. You can cry, you can resist, but the storm will rage on regardless. Or you can let go. And therein lies the power. Epictetus said, "It's not things that disturb us, but our view of them." This is the liberating truth. It's not your friend's betrayal that destroys you, but your belief that they shouldn't have acted that way. It's not losing a job that makes you miserable, but your expectation that it should have lasted. Things are just things. Events simply happen. Suffering, though, that's something we create ourselves. Reflect for a moment. How many hours, days, even years have you spent angry at someone who's no longer part of your life? How much energy have you burned on regrets that can't change anything? How often have you replayed the same moment hoping to rewrite the past? Now imagine all that is smoke, an illusion. You're holding on to nothing. The Stoic says, let it go. Because the present is all you really have. And in this present moment, you always have a choice. Right now, you can choose not to be angry. Not because others deserve your peace, but because you do. You can choose not to be upset. Not because everything's perfect, but because your reaction is your responsibility. In a chaotic world, your only fortress is your mind, and if you don't build it, no one will. Stoicism isn't a philosophy for detached sages. It's a practical guide to life. Marcus Aurelius, emperor of one of the greatest empires in history, reminded himself every morning, "Today, I shall meet people who are meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, deceitful, envious, and antisocial, but I cannot be harmed by them. For we were made for cooperation, like the two hands, like the upper and lower rows of teeth." That's not naivety, that's not weakness, that's a conscious choice, a brave one, a strong one. When you stop expecting fairness from the world, you stop being its victim. When you stop trying to control others, you take back control of yourself. When you say, "This is beyond my power," you're not giving up. You're setting yourself free. Look at your life. Where do you suffer? Where do you feel anger? Where do you feel powerless? Ask yourself, is this under my control? If not, release it. Not because it's easy, but because otherwise you will suffer endlessly. If it is, act. Without complaining, without whining, without waiting, just do it. Like a Stoic. You want to stop being angry and upset, then stop confusing the outer world with your inner world. Stop blaming others for what you feel. Stop living in the past and future that don't obey you. Return to the now. Reclaim your power, the power over yourself. Stoics weren't emotionless. They loved, they suffered, they lost, but they knew. If you stay true to your principles, if you live in harmony with reason and nature, you are unbreakable. Let them betray you. You stay honest. Let everything fall apart. You hold your courage. Let the world collapse. Your soul stands firm like a mountain. Do this right now. Bring to mind what angers you, who hurt you, what situation breaks your heart, and ask, is this within my control? If not, be grateful you can see that. If it is, act. Not with rage, but with dignity. Not with self-pity, but with wisdom. Not with fury, but with clarity. You can't command the wind, but you can set your sail. You don't choose the events, but you choose who you are. And if you choose to live like a Stoic, not in words, but in deeds, you will stop being angry. You will stop being upset, because you'll realize everything that truly matters is already within you. The rest? Just a storm. And the storm will pass, and you will remain calm, free, whole,